Well, hello there. I'm Stealthlikeluke, and this is the gang, also known as Flesh-Eating Ninja, down there, and Nakatl, over there. Say hi, guys.
Hello.
Flesh-Eating Ninja.
No part of
Hi.
that.
Nope.
Intro? Nah.
Nah, we don't need that.
No.
So, today we're going to be playing World of Darkness's Mage the Awakening, which is, interesting. It's modern day, but magic is real, and these people you see here know magic, and they can do real magic. In
I
the
just
context
realized-
of the game.
My coffee cup is morose.
Oh no, you're 100%. I'll let them talk about their character, so I won't say why that's significant. I might put a little blurb down there somewhere. But, yeah, so anytime that we go into detail about something, just know that I'm going to have a little descriptor box at the bottom to keep you all informed so you're not completely lost on everything. But, we're going to start off with some character introductions. Who would like to go first, Nakatl or Flesh-Eating Ninja?
And whose goes? I was a hobo for a little while in New York City. Yeah.
Straight
That was my
over.
life for a bit. Yeah. It was really cold. And then
Hold on. Were you a hobo or were you a homeless person? Because a hobo rides trains.
I
homeless
did not
person
ride
is
trains.
just
I was a homeless. It's not the hobo. I did not have like the stick and bag shtick going on.
The, like,
Yeah, the happy
"Get your
Popeye
ride
too.
on train! Woo!"
Yeah. That was not me. No, my friends never one froze to death, and yeah, I was on the verge of freezing to death myself, and that was when I started my path down the morose path.
It's the path
So-
of Stygia because it's full of blood
Yeah,
and death.
and yeah, rocks and sticks and knives and pain.
Yeah. But not in a BDSM way. Like in a, I'm gonna kill you and then torture you way.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm a necromancer in this game.
If you didn't know by the title, World of Darkness is supposed to be a horror game. I've never had a game actually end up being horrifying. Well, there was that one time. But not very many.
The phones, the phones.
Anyway, Flesh-Eating Ninja, would you like to tell us about your character?
So, I'm not a homeless person. I have a house. I've always
Beggars can't
had
be
a
choosers.
I've always had a house. So I'm a mechanic. Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm a mechanic and I grew up just off the res. Like I could see the res from a house.
Reservation.
like
Where we put the Native
like
Americans after we made them walk for thousands of miles.
right there.
It's an eye view, like, yeah, I did that.
Like I can see it. Hey, don't talk about my people that way.
Yeah, she's 3/4 Native. I mean, her character is.
Yeah.
She's not.
No, I'm not. I'm not American in any sense of the word other than being born here. Yeah, no. So I grew up just off the res, and my dad was a sheriff, and my parents weren't expecting a girl. So my name is Charlie.
Can I
'Cause-
please put the unicorn at the end of that? Like, specify the female unicorn.
Charlie! Let's go to Candy Mountain, Charlie!
All right,
Um,
Charlie, the female unicorn.
No. Yeah. So-
Mug.
But yeah, I always liked cars. Cars make sense. People don't. People suck. And I'm an Obermos mage. Yeah,
Path of the
Obermos
mighty.
mage. Yeah. And we're like chosen. Like we don't necessarily do things to get put on the path. We're just kind of like
Some
taught,
people
like,
just have a house.
Some
Yeah,
people
some people just
have magic. You just get magic.
yeah. Yeah,
They
you
thought you were
just
special.
think about it hard.
You get magic.
Yeah, you. Sometimes the angels decide,
It's
to
described
just
in the
give you
book.
magic.
They don't say angels. It's celestial beings
Celestial
flying
beings.
around on wings of like ivory, and some of them have many wings, and they carry swords of fire. They're angels.
Yeah, I get it. Some people get houses, some people have hypothermia. Let's go.
I think Cody's butt hurt.
A little-
I mean, it's
you
frostbitten,
made
so.
your character a homo. I mean, a homeless person. Okay, you did this to yourself.
I love how I have you guys like self-correcting yourselves.
I hate you. I mean, I love you. That's my wife. Anywho's. So, the setting for our particular game is going to be in a small town in Wyoming. Because we tried to do a large town last time. That went terribly. I don't know anything about big towns, big cities. I grew up in the middle of nowhere. So, we're doing it in a small town in Wyoming. Y'all are in a pretty tight-knit cabal. Cabal being a group of mages. I should put that in the thing. Anyway. So, y'all are pretty tight-knit. Y'all's theme is ranks on a pirate ship. So, your leader is the Admiral.
Ahoy, matey.
No taking time.
Ah, there we go. His shadow name is Lancer. Y'all don't know his real name. There goes Nakatl with his notes, because he has to have notes, or else he won't know what's going on, even though he could just watch this. And then you have so the Admiral would be Lancer. Then you have second in command would be Nakatl, who is the captain. Then you have the gunner's mate, which would be Flesh-Eating Ninja. And then you have...
Pew pew, fire my lasers.
Oh, sorry, you would be first mate. You're first mate.
Oh, I'm
Gunner's
not pew
mate.
pew pew, fire.
Gunner's mate is Ender. That is his shadow name. Deck crew is...
Lestrange?
Shadow name is Wolf. No, it's not Lestrange. She's not going to be running around being like, abracadabra, death spell. That's not how this works. Anyway, so y'all are returning. You two are. So y'all are returning from a successful exchange of favors. You have received a favor from the Concilium. I think that's the word. Concilium. There we go. You have received a favor from the Concilium. It is the first favor that y'all have received in many time, and it is a Cabal favor. So y'all can decide to spend that how you would like later on in your lives. But you get back to base, and you see Lancer. He's a taller gentleman, very handsome, very strong, fit, definitely takes care of himself. He's sitting there doing the most likely of things, which is drinking a protein shake, because he's a psychopath. And he sees y'all come in, and he's like, how'd it go?
Pretty good. Yeah.
Nobody's dead. Nobody looks like they need bandaging or anything like that, so that's good. That's real good. It's generally what I look for, you know? Making sure everybody's made it all right. That'd be great. Anyway, I need to talk to you two real quick, if you would.
All right.
If you wouldn't mind.
No.
Okay.
Now what?
Please say yes. I would really like to talk to you. It'd be real nice, especially since I'm your mentor. Maybe you should talk to me. I mean, the necromancer, he's kind of OFP, he beckons you over into the armory, which is, by the way, your sanctum is very, very well made. I mean, you have an opening reception area, and then beyond that, you have a meeting room, which is just a really large table, which is completely unrealistic. There are 5 of you. There's no reason to have 30 seats at a table, but you have 30 seats at a table. But you're pretty sure there's dust that's gotten around some of the chair legs from the other chairs y'all never use. There's like a big fireplace. There's, this is like old school Victorian home looking thing going on. You've got off on the left wing, you've got the necromancer's quarters with all of his skulls and bones and dealing with dissecting people and then turning them into zombies and stuff. Whatever.
Yeah, don't go in there.
And then
As he pulls a cat over onto his lap.
Test subject number 1.
Don't mind me, I just make zombies. This cat is 100% alive.
Sorry, that was just timing.
Yes.
To the right side, you have the armory, which is very well stocked. You are led by a person who is he's pretty high up in the adamantine arrow. So he does weapons and that kind of thing quite well. He has also told y'all on previous occasions that he's hidden 3 soulstones inside of the sanctum, which are him taking a bit of his magical power and then shoving it into an object so that you can draw mana from the building that y'all are in. He has challenged you to find his soulstones, and you have yet to find them. They are very well hidden. You also know from all of the runes written in high speech all over the place that if anybody comes into the sanctum, they probably would get tased to death, followed by liquefied by radiation, and then swept under the rug by some sort of automaton. It would be terrible if anybody came in here without y'all's permission. Then you have, after the right and left wings, you have hallways, and at the back end of those hallways are the rooms for your other Cabal mates. You have Wolf has her, it basically looks like a cave because that's what she wanted. She wanted a cave. So she has a cave. And then
She a hippie?
No.
Okay.
No. That's not why she's doing it. She's not trying to be one with nature, to be woke. She's one with nature because she can feel the essence of plants and can help them grow and also help other things grow and can heal things, and she just feels more comfortable in a cave. On the other side, you have a room that is not the size it should be, which is where Ender is at. He kind of chills out in that space. And as far as Mr. Necromancer Man...
Grinlock.
There we go. Grinlock. Charlie has to have her own place. There's no way that she does all the things that she does with magic in the closet that has been afforded her, which is literally, you can't walk into it. It's just gear parts and mechanical pieces. So
Hey, it works.
Someone has an obsession.
It works. It works.
she does her thing, and that's fine.
Hey.
Anyway, so Lancer beckons y'all into his abode, which is the armory. He lives there.
I go into the armory.
Okay.
Pew pew.
Y'all walk in. Lancer looks at both of y'all. He's like, I've been really impressed with a lot of the work that y'all have done recently, and I just decided, I've been keeping a lot of things very close to the chest recently. But you know how I kept on telling you there were 3 soulstones?
Yeah.
There are 2 now. There are only 2. Someone has a sliver of my soul, which means that I owe somebody, I don't even know who, 3 favors. 3 high-end favors. We're talking kill a dude in the middle of the street type stuff.
Where was the soulstone at?
It was upstairs, where no one goes. Obviously. First place I'm going to hide it. That one was relatively easier to find, meaning I had only anchored it into a concrete beam that I put in the wall. Anyway, it should not have been as easily found as it was. I have no idea what's going on with that. The Concilium, we didn't earn a favor. We just knocked off one of the 5 we owe them. So we only owe them 4 now, which is nice. Adamantine Arrow owns me and the Thurgeon's soul for, I don't know, probably, I think they have 3 favors on us right now. Mysterium doesn't owe, or we don't owe Mysterium any favors, which is nice, but the Cabal down in Wichita, we owe them 2 favors. We're, as far as magic is concerned, we're broke. We're not in a great place. I mean, I try to keep a good face on it, but there's not much we can do, and I need help. Like, I know I'm the head guy, but look, I don't know how we're supposed to take care of this. We've got requests coming from the Arrow saying that they're now going after Guardians of the Veil, which is the first time in history that's ever happened. So we've got a freaking order war going on. Mysterium and the Arrows are coming together and going after the Guardians of Veil and the Free Council. And there's something going on with the Mad, but they're always doing things. They're crazy. They're all crazy people, so whatever. We don't know what the Banishers are doing. Last time we knew about them, they had been struck a major blow and were completely screwed. So who knows where they are. I'm just kind of stuck. Like, who do we start trying to cash in on favors, or do we just hold off and hope nobody calls them in? I mean, that's not going to happen. Man, if we have favors, we call them in almost immediately.
And we just have to work to pay off the favors of debt.
Yeah, well, we did have one favor get called in. Arrows want us to take a library? Like a whole library. From
Like the magical kind or the public kind?
No, like the magical kind. Of course, we're not going after some dude's personal collection of Charles Dickens. No, we're going after a mage's collection of Charles Dickens. It's different.
But find out what the other 49 shades of gray were.
Yeah, I mean, we got to figure it out. There's no way we can just let that rest. That's kind of how
I'm in.
Join this place.
I'm just saying, we got to take a library from Guardians of the Veil. And as we all know, they like protecting their stuff. It's where they get their name. So, the Cabal is out in Tennessee. I'll let Ender know. Ender will send you guys out there as soon as y'all are ready. I'm gonna send.
Do I get to bring my car?
I mean, I'll see if Ender can make a portal big enough to put your car through it, but it might end up on the inside of a building, because we're aiming for outside the sanctum, but we don't know exactly where that sanctum is. It's one of those, you know, timey-wimey, spacey-wacy things.
I want to slap you.
Wobbly wobbly, timey wimey, and I need to grab my sonic screwdriver.
You mean your wand. You need your wand.
Sonic screwdriver.
It's in the shape of a screwdriver, yes, but it's still a wand. I just want you to know it doesn't function.
So I am not the doctor, is what's going on.
What's great is Ender literally has a room that is bigger on the inside because
I know.
Has
which
the
is why
ability
we're
to do that.
friends.
Oh my gosh. So Ender is going to help y'all get there. I'm going to send him and Wolf with you guys to go there. So I don't know when y'all want to do that. You want to like hit the sack
I need to
first,
go home.
Or... All right, you want to go home?
I would
first?
like to prepare for this before we head out.
That would probably be smart. Armory's open.
Do you know about the general area we will be landing?
Tennessee. Look, we have.
You're
true
not
na-
very
we have
good
a-
at this, are
The
you?
thing is we have the true name of the founder of the Cabal, and that's what we're using to get there.
What's the name?
Did you Google search?
Why would I do that? We're mages. We don't.
His name. His actual name, so we know where to go.
His name is Michael Saros. I've already given it to Ender. That's how he's getting you there.
We don't have that.
Yeah.
You don't need that.
I want that.
Yes, we
Okay, fine.
Google search. Look at where the address is. There we go. We don't know.
What
Guys are-
address? He's not like we don't get on social media. We talk to each other through flying pigeons. Like why? Why would we be on Google?
Because everyone's on Google.
Okay, maybe he's on Google, but I didn't think to try that first, okay? The first thing I thought was, "Hey, Ender, can you track where this guy's at?" Yeah, he's in Tennessee somewhere. How do you know that? I don't know. Everybody looks like they are from Tennessee.
I'm not on Google, by the way.
No,
I'm definitely not on Google.
You can't Google me, even if you knew my real name. Ugh. Anyway, yeah,
That's
we
a
got this guy's true
mistake.
name, so that's how we were gonna get there. Like, location isn't super important. Ender, as soon as he sees inside of the sanctum, he could probably get you in there without triggering anything. And if it might trigger something, you have the necromancer, so he can just throw quarters at it and see which ones explode. It's not. I don't know why. We need to know where we're going. I mean, if you think that's important, you can work with Ender and figure that out.
So is this 100% his name?
100%.
Yeah,
that is
because
his
not
name.
knowing where
We
we're
were
going
How did
we get
has,
his
like,
name?
never not worked well.
They didn't tell me. It's the arrows. It's not like they tell me everything. They tell me, hey, we need this thing. We're calling in a favor. Here's the favor. Here's the guy. Get into his sanctum. Steal his library. Which, y'all just need to help Ender get to the library so that he can portal it back here. He should be the only person able to portal things. I tried really hard on that spell. Okay, I spent 3 weeks writing the runes out for that thing, and it better work. So if either he can't portal back here easily, or someone else can portal here, I'm gonna be real upset. I'm gonna be real upset. I have spent the past 4 years fortifying this
Well,
place.
we'll find out, and if you're so worried about it, you can guard it yourself. And then with that, I step out and go to my room.
Cool.
I'm gonna go home.
You do that. You go
Oh,
home.
you have your own home?
I do have my own home.
Given homes. All right, so
Some
I
of us
need
are given
to get-
frostbite and missing fingers.
y'all split off to go to your relative residences. Nick Grinlock doesn't have to go very far. He just waddles his happy ass back to the hallway. And
You're a
goes to
penguin.
his thing. Well, I was guessing he was like missing toes and stuff. I don't know. Actually, I know for sure he's not missing any toes. He doesn't actually waddle. He just walks like a normal person. Like a normal person dressed like the Reaper.
One of my flaws is I am behavior blind.
Yes, he has no idea what social cues are. And Charlie, goes out the front door like a normal person would.
Voltron.
Your Voltron? Voltron is your shadow name? Oh, Voltron.
Yes.
That's awesome.
So Voltron. Voltron goes out the front door and gets in your. What kind of car is it?
Let's imagine like a mega Power Ranger.
67 Shelby.
You've Eleanor? You've Eleanor.
Yes. Yes.
She gets an Eleanor.
Eleanor also doesn't run off of gas.
Yes, I was guessing this much. You're a crazy mage that can make things not use fuel anymore. It's also probably a lot faster. I'm just guessing. Just spitballing.
Potentially might be trying to make Eleanor sentient.
What?
She's trying to make her car Kit from Knight Rider.
Yes.
Except for not a PT Cruiser. Or not a PT Cruiser. Whatever car it was. I think it's a Crown Vic. Pretty sure it's Crown Vic.
Oh,
If you need me to rate some rooms, let me know.
It's not. Something else. Anyway, who cares? Who cares? This one's gonna be Eleanor and can talk.
yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't mind the extended drive to go to the library. Screw portals. We'll just drive back.
Just drive in.
It's like throw things through the portal and then drive back.
All right. So you take off in your car and you go back to your sanctum, which, go figure, is shaped exactly like a car garage. It just happens to be way off the beaten path.
You know, it's just a thing that I do sometimes.
Can you see the reservation?
Yes.
Yeah, y'all are pretty close to the res.
Just kidding.
No, but seriously, you're close.
Okay.
You're real close. You're super close. Okay. So, what are y'all doing to prepare?
I'm just gonna do a quick Google search of his name. See if I can
See?
find anything
Google.
going on. Okay. It's a chance died.
Oh God.
I don't have anything in computers.
Perfect. This is brilliant. Throw one. Please throw one.
I got a 8, actually.
Okay, so you failed. You tried looking for Michael Saros, and Google kept on telling me, "Did you mean Michael Cera?" And you got a bunch of pictures for him, but nothing on
I mean,
Michael Saros.
Technology is new. You can't blame me.
He's not sure what it looks like yet. He's on
I'm not
Windows
used to
98.
Google.
He's fine.
I've got Windows 7. Come on.
I too.
You two are going to Google him? Please roll a 1.
It's not.
Oh,
It's a 2.
dang it. I was going to make it to where y'all actually
I
thought
have-
y'all were going
I
after
have
Michael Cera.
stuff- Luke, I have stuff in computers.
Teleport.
Just teleport to Michael Cera. Hey, buddy, what's up? I'm going to steal your
My
library. It's just porn.
Oh my God.
All right, with 2 successes, you realize, hey, guess what? Not everybody was always a mage. He wasn't
No
always a mage. However, most of the stuff you can see is like from a high school, and it's post of a dude obviously trying to be deep, but it's more of like Jaden Smith than anything. So
How can mirrors be real if our eyes aren't real?
exactly, man.
Okay, yeah, let's not continue
Anyway.
down this path.
But you
It's quite
find out-
morose.
You're the one who's a necromancer. Anyway, you find out like he's from a high school in Tennessee, so it might be close, but you can't find anything current on him. It seems past 8 or 9 years, there's really not anything on him.
Okay.
Also, you didn't find a Facebook, you found a MySpace.
Ooh.
That's what the intelligence computer role was there for, so that you could remember your password. Look, oh man, MySpace, that's so long ago. What even
What
is
is-
that password? I was like 12. It was probably Pikachu. So, anyway, that's how much you have. He's definitely from Tennessee. Mac, on the other hand, is like, is
I'm
it
looking
Michael
at-
Cera?
Or is it Michael Bublé?
Is it Michael Cera? How do you spell his name? Anyway, anything else y'all want to do to prepare other than doing the thing that y'all made fun of your mentor for not doing, even though it yielded pretty much no results?
Still, he should freaking do it. He's the leader. Like, just check your shit, man.
He's at the point where he relies on magic for more than he should, you know?
Yeah. And that's
I'm
the
gonna
freaking
feed my
issue.
little mice, put on my cloak, wear the rapier that I have,
Oh,
And,
hey, did you mention anything about your familiar at all?
No, there's no need to.
You didn't do that in your character introduction that you have a
You gave me like
giant,
10 seconds.
I gave you 10 seconds.
Did.
I gave you 12. Anyway.
Oh.
You're not,
Sorry, I can't stop time.
You're not bringing your 6.5-foot long lizard with you?
I thought he would just follow me around anyway. He's just in the ethereal plane. Or the whatever plane.
Twilight plane.
Yeah.
Where ghosts live. Yeah. Yeah, he's just kind of with you. But you're definitely bringing him your...
Is he like someone that's always, like, I have to say he's always following me? Or is it just he always is following me?
You can specifically say for him not to follow you because it might make you easier to identify as a mage by other mages because they'll be able to see, like, someone can see into the twilight, so they'll see the Komodo dragon following you.
I can.
Like her, she can see into the twilight.
Okay.
I
Well,
can
he's
see
always
into
going to be
everything.
following me unless I say otherwise.
That's how she watches the Twilight Zone. I was just making sure.
Yeah, he'll always be following me unless I say.
Just throw that joke away. It's no big deal. So, is that it?
And then have my judge in my
Judge.
pocket.
The judge.
Well, close to my pocket.
All right. Voltron, what do you do?
Love that name. This is my age.
Dude, like, almost all of these names for your Cabal members are super, super nerdy.
Grabbing my sonic screwdriver.
One.
Got a sonic screwdriver, you asshole.
I'm gonna say it every time.
Bling, bling, bling. Wrong
Uh,
Sonic.
Wrong song.
yeah, grabbing my sonic screwdriver and my spear and my rifle and my gun.
Rifles are guns. It's
Well,
like
my other
handgun.
gun.
Your other
Yeah,
gun.
my 9mm.
You're coming to bear. Like, you're...
It's like mechanical, and then spear. You should just change that to an atlatl. Just a stick it tied to a stick. I mean, you might as well.
It's her focus, dude.
Oh. Sorry.
I don't know why she's bringing both of them. You don't get bonuses for dual-wielding focuses. Like, wand, spear!
Well, the spear also functions to stab people, so
I mean,
gonna...
yeah, but that's kind of what the 9mm is for. It's for stabbing people at high velocities with little bits of lead.
Fine then, I'm not gonna take my spear, which does this number. Just...
When did we talk about you having a retractable spear? A
said I'm
telescopic spear.
Telescope.
That's what it's called, like the batons that fold up. They're called telescopic batons.
Oh.
No, it's not like it's gonna have a lens on the back end of it so you can look into your enemy's soul before you stab them.
I can just do that with my eyeballs.
She could see into your souls, ladies and gentlemen. Run for the hills!
Can I, like, preset spells, like smoke bombs, where I can just, like, toss them out and just be like, woo!
I
It
mean,
worked.
you could
It does things.
inscribe a rune of turning something into something else, if that's what you're trying to say, on, like, a ball.
Yeah, if you tell me
Yeah.
to do that, I could do that for you. If you
I
can't
could
do it yourself.
too. I could.
Yeah, I didn't know
What
if you
is-
could or
What
not.
is your matter at, Sam?
One.
Yeah, that's turning a solid into a gas.
I don't know. I'm not talking about, like, making a smoke bomb. I'm talking about being able to just, like, toss shit out of, like, my pockets and have it do shit. Like,
Lightning
counters.
bolt!
Yes!
Yeah, you could manipulate like particles of matter, but
Yeah.
it would be more of like you would use the spell on the fly. I don't know how you would inscribe runes on a powder.
Well, no, I'm not talking about using it on a powder. Smoke bomb was a poor example. Forget the f***ing smoke bomb. Like, poor
Dolphin
example.
noise. We got our
No,
first
like
dolphin
atlatl.
noise,
You
and
can,
it
like-
was my wife.
Spear.
No, like, I mean, so, like, I know counter spell. Can I just, like, inscribe counterspell onto a whole crap ton of rocks and just
Throw it at people. I mean, yes.
Like if you throw a rock at somebody and they're like, "Oh, I'll just stop it in midair," it's gonna pelt them in the face because like it is innately a counter spell.
You need to do that with like a frag grenade at some point. Is just inscribe counterspell onto it and throw it at people and be like, "Whoa, that's a grenade!" No.
well, because like the thing
it
is
still hit me.
I want to do it to my bullets.
I mean, you could, but you would have to expend mana for every bullet. And that's a lot of mana. Because it'd be... For counterspell to, like, make it into a rune, you have to do... It's just 1 mana, but it's 1 mana per bullet. And it's going to take a decent amount of time.
Okay.
So...
Note for next time, then.
In the future.
Get done with this.
When you get
I have done...
And I give y'all the, hey, what are y'all going to do in your downtime? You could be like, hey, I'm going to be spending all of my mana on making all of my bullets have counterspell.
Well, my sanctum is also a hollow, so...
Yeah, but you can only get your level of hollow per day in mana. So...
I have a level 2 hollow.
Yeah, so that's 2 mana per day. It's not a whole lot of mana.
You made it sound a lot.
Kind of hard to come across unless you decide to start doing blood sacrifices, and we all know that that's going to lead down the path of insanity. So
we can't do that. I'm not opening up another gateway to hell. Not happening.
It won't open gates to hell because you're sacrificing it to yourself and not at random or to Satan. So no, we won't be opening a rift to hell in this series, mostly because I won't allow it.
Okay.
If you need a lot of magic via people, you just let me know.
Okay, I am going to grab... Okay, I'm going to grab a couple rubber bands.
Okay.
And then that's... No, I'm grabbing them because I can ultra conductivity, and so I can just...
Got it.
Yeah.
I get it.
You get it? Okay.
I get it. I know what's going to happen.
I have no idea.
She's going to rubber band gun people with tasers. That's what I would do. I don't know that's actually what she's going to do. But
That's actually
do.
No, that's what I was going to do.
It's like a 9-volt battery and a rubber band.
This is like a dangerous kids game. It's like going to prison.
I'm gonna stab you with my toothbrush. Difference is, in prison, they sharpened that shit. Instead of just... Anyway, so... Y'all have done your preparations?
And what time of day is it?
Early afternoon. Or 1 or 2? 1 or 2 p.m.?
So, like, the ultra conductivity rubber bands, those are just, like, the plain, like, tan ones. I'm gonna grab, like, 2 colored ones. And I'm gonna set night vision in one.
What? How? How is that gonna give you night vision? Also, by the way, most of these spells that you want to imbue with runes literally cost nothing for you to do them yourself.
Oh, well, I don't know. I have the book in front of me.
I know. I'm just letting you know. You
Okay,
don't need
well
to make
then-
a rubber band of night vision so you can strap it around your eyeballs in order to do it. Because that's the only way that would work. So you'd have to put the rubber band and just like put it over your eyeballs and be like, I'm Cyclops!
Crap! I don't have Jen's headband that she made me wear for like 3 hours today because I
Oh,
would
what
have
she
just
makes me wear every day too? Yeah.
with the giant flower.
It's got a giant
Yeah.
flower on it. I look very, very fantastic in it.
Fabulous.
Fabulous.
Okay, no, I'm done. I've got my rubber band gun, rubber band, taser bands.
I'll just go in with
Always
my
one.
charge.
There's one of them with rubber band guns and the other one with 4 tin shells and a revolver.
Well, no, I have my other guns too.
She
But
also
no one
has
expects
guns.
No one expects the Spanish Inquisition.
No one expects you to spear someone with a telescopic spear. I can see into your
See, now that's gonna make me want to do that. Like, I'm gonna turn my spear into.
I'm so happy none of y'all are fate mages. Because one of y'all would be like, I'm going to inscript like bad luck onto this shoe, and it's gonna be triggered every time somebody wears this shoe, and you just leave one left shoe at the door and just wait. Anyway, so Grinlock, you get done preparing, and you go outside your room, and it's about 2.5 hours before.
I learned a lot about Michael
Voltron.
Bublé.
A lot about Michael Bublé and Michael Cera. You watched a good amount of episodes of I forgot the name of the show.
Arrested Development.
Arrested Development. You watched a few episodes of that. Your Cabal leader Lancer came out a couple of times. He was like, "She's still getting ready. She takes a long time to prepare for things." And
she's got a weird obsession with the rubber bands. I just don't understand.
Yeah, it's a little strange. That and her sonic screwdriver. I mean, it doesn't even whir and make noises. It's just, I mean, it's a wand. I mean, I don't get me wrong.
Why would it whir and make noises?
Because that's what the sonic screwdriver does. Don't you know? It's Doctor Who.
All right, I'm gonna go back to my room. Go back to my room.
Can I? Oh
Lack of
crap!
social
Never mind.
This is a proper end to a conversation, right? You end conversations by saying weird things that don't make sense, right? Cool.
Yes. I kind of wanted like.
You can do
I
that
kind of
later.
want to walk.
You can do that later.
I
know
kind
what
of
you
want to
wanna
walk,
do.
but I want to just taste. So I like want to. They're making fun of my rubber bands. I want to
You're
taste
not
them.
there yet.
You're not there. I would never in front of a lady.
Well, you might.
I probably would.
Behavior blind? Yeah, you might.
Okay, Luke, I just need you to set up just once where they're making fun of my obsession with rubber bands and I get to taste someone. Just once. That's
Okay.
all I want.
That's fine. You can do that. Well, anyway, so Ender comes out, starts looking around. He's a Hispanic fellow who, weirdly enough, has a British accent. Kind of walks up to Grinlock. Hey, man. So, we're going to be taking a portal, Tennessee. Is Voltron going to try to bring the car again?
She was talking about it. I couldn't tell you for sure.
Well, I mean, I scouted it this time, so she doesn't end up putting a Shelby inside of an apartment building again. It's going to be possible, but her car is going to end up in the middle of a park. So
What's wrong with that?
it's like a kid's park. Like she
Tonight.
put her car next to the slide.
Oh.
Might be a little bit weird, you know, for all
Yeah.
the sleepers out there. Be real weird.
Yeah. Yeah, wait. You said sleepers is people that sleep in the kids' park?
No, people who can't do magic. You've been a mage
Oh.
for 4 years. How do you not know this?
I forget things.
Hey, it's fine. It's fine. Explanation box below will tell you fully what a sleeper is. Yeah, so... Yeah, I'm going to jump y'all there. Throw up the portal. I'll come with y'all if you need me. If you don't, just let me know. I don't like going out in the field if I don't have to. Except for to find you guys. But other than that... I'm fine staying here. Got a nice couch. It's real nice. Wolf walks over, looks at Ender, looks at you, looks at Voltron who's entering, looks back around.
Rubber gun tase!
Who are you rubber gun tasing?
Who's the easiest target?
I'm
Full on tasing because you do realize your redirect
No.
electricity is from currents. So it's either
No.
you have like a 9 volt or you're hitting someone with a building's worth of electricity.
No, I have like a 9 volt. Like it's just a little like zip. Not like a.
Whoever you want then.
It's not Thor's thunder or
Kind
Thor's
of all-
lightning.
The only one who's looking at you currently is Wolf.
I'm gonna tase Grim. Hold on, is Lancer there?
Lancer is not there. Ender is, though.
I'm gonna tase Ender.
Okay, good.
Because I'm not that dumb.
Roll me your Dex firearms at a -1 because rubber bands are not exactly the most accurate of tools. Also, you do not get bonuses if you have handgun, by the way.
Damn it.
It might be your hand is the gun, but that is different from a handgun. There's no space.
I was hoping you wouldn't catch that. Sorry, I have to like individually like click on the things.
You could have
Tree.
just asked to borrow some of my dice. You're literally like 30 yards away.
I
have
keep on
dice.
forgetting you have them.
3 successes. All right, you managed to shoot a rubber band and you hit Ender right in the neck. God. Why? Why would you do that? Who? What possessed you to just shoot a taser band at me?
Just like laughing. So this deep, like,
You hit me so hard, the necromancer's laughing. Do you understand how terrible that is? He's laughing. The last time I saw him laugh was whenever he was dissecting a crocodile.
Seemed like the thing to do at the time.
Wolf looks over at Ender and goes,
Ah! I made her laugh.
cool, are we going now?
Yeah.
Alright, well, let's do some magic, shall we? He starts talking in high speech and trying to use everything, and then he says the true name of the guy, and then puts his hands up in the air, and you see, like, the classic, wave of... It's not so much that you can see the magic itself moving from his hand to where he is trying to make the portal. It's more of that you can... It's like a heat distortion, whenever you're looking at the horizon and it's really hot outside and it starts wiggling. It's like
mirage.
like a mirage. It's kind of like that, and then whoop, there's an opening in the middle of the room that seems to open out into a park, like a playground in the park. It is dark now, by the way. I've decided it's dark now. Y'all have been waiting for a while for it to be dark because y'all aren't stupid.
Night vision.
You cast night vision on yourself. 5?
No, it's until
5?
now.
Cool. You have night vision on and off. You can select to turn it on and off whenever you want to for the rest of the day. Because you epically succeeded. Okay, we have our first epic success out of the way. Please, please, please don't try to make me understand what 28 successes does with night vision. I don't want to think about it.
It's because like I got like 4 10s.
Awful schedule, by the way. Just kidding.
You
Anyway.
can see the dark side of the moon.
You could bend the light inside your eyeballs to see around things. No, that's not gonna happen. So you have
Ridiculous.
perfect night vision, which is great and all, but there's like a lamp above y'all, but beyond that, where y'all are heading, there is not. So night vision is kind of nice. I'm guessing you're gonna be at the front, leading everybody where to go. Minus Wolf, who you don't know what spell she cast, but she cast something behind y'all, and now she's like got yellow eyes instead of the normal brown eyes.
Can I use my what is it called? Like the mind thing, so I can see through her vision?
You can try.
1 success.
Cool. You have slaved your left eye to her left eye,
Cool.
which is really discombobulating, but you're able to use within the magic to make it to where you're fine.
I mean, I already have
2 minds.
2 minds.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's no problem.
Yeah, it's not that big of a deal. Like, mind normally acclimates your brain to what it's doing. Alright, is everyone ready
Yep.
Yes.
for a hike out into the woods? Because they live in a cave. Because they're guardians, and they do that. They just live in caves like savages. Wolf looks over and just stares at Ender.
I also stare.
Like, really, bro?
And you
Really?
wonder why I tase you.
Fair point. That's a fair point. Alright. Carry on! And he's following behind, like, holding on to, like, the back of your shirt so he knows exactly where he is.
Okay. I start walking off into the direction of the cave.
Okay, so you go through what is not exactly jungle, seeing as how it's still part of, like, a park. And then it gets sort of, like, more heavily wooded. There's some trees and stuff, but you only go through that for maybe 20 yards before you're at the mouth of the cave. You see runes across the top, and Ender kind of pulls on your shirt a little bit to get you to stop. He pulls out his little coin, his little silver coin, and he looks up at where he's going, waves his hand around a little bit, and makes the dinkiest portal you've ever seen. It's like literally it's just from just before you would enter the cave to just inside of the cave. And he's like, so, can one of you, like, throw a rock or something? See if it sets off any alarms, or if anybody has a better idea.
I just chunk a rock through it.
You chunk a rock through it, the rock lands on the other side, and nothing happens to the rock. I take it as safe. Anybody want to go first?
I step through.
Necromancer's like, alright. So you stroll into it. The opening of the cave and what you can see beyond it. Actually, roll me your wits component.
3 successes.
Cool. So you look inside and you see it's conveniently enough well labeled. It seems almost like as soon as you get past the cave, there must be some illusion at the front of it because it just looked like a cave. But once you're through it, you can see that it's set up almost like a hospital. And it has like the signs and everything going to where you need to go, and it has a sign that's telling you to keep going straight for the library.
I will not continue straight. I will wait.
All right. Are you gonna follow Voltron?
Geronimo.
Ender is just telling everybody else to go. Ender does not seem 100% sold on the rock didn't explode, so I won't explode deal.
Geronimo.
So you hop through, you meet up with Grimlock, Wolf comes through next, and then Ender. And Ender, like, as soon as he goes through, he, like, pats his body. He's like, all right, all my bits are here. That's good. That's real good. All right. So you continue in. You see the sign. You both see the sign. Ender looks at the sign and he goes, is it really that easy?
I forget what the name of it was. Like I said, I lost that entire list of things I had. Huh?
It's Unhoard. It's where you can find the secret
Okay, yeah.
stuff.
That's what I want to do.
Okay, so you're going to put your hand against the wall.
2 successes. 9 dice and 2 successes. Sad day.
While Voltron's like, I've only got 3 dice. 5 successes. What's gonna happen? Anyway, so you touch the wall and you look for any hidden compartments. There's a couple, but they don't seem like they're large enough to hold the library. It's like safes, and like they seem like the size would be relative to like a behind the painting safe that you see in movies all the time.
Okay. Well, there's a couple of safes hidden around the room, but that's really about it.
All right, shall we?
Can I use supernal vision?
Yes, you may. 3 successes, cool. So you activate your supernal vision. which you can't have supernal and night vision on at the same time, which is great because it's well lit. So
Cool.
you're kind
I have supernal vision now.
Well, you don't have supernal vision. This one has new supernal vision. Cause
But it was linked to her eye.
Oh yeah, you also. Never mind, you have it. Oh my gosh, I forgot about that. Yeah. So Voltron, you now see supernal vision, and you can see that there is a lot of latent magic in this area. Go figure, it's a sanctum. But you don't see any dangerous magic other than the magic that was at the open way. Like, there was some pretty heavy-duty runes that apparently didn't account for being able to move through space 3 feet. But they're very strong spells, and there's a couple of spells in like the ceiling and the floor, and from what you can tell, it's mostly for keeping the temperature the same way it is instead of having to have electronics. And you do notice that there's a lot of spells running through the walls like power cables would be.
Do I notice any of them like congregating or like protecting a particular area where, you know, like a library or a room would be?
It seems like what you see is what you get. Like, they actually labeled everything. Their cabal must be some sort of hospital-themed thing, and they're just made a hospital.
This place is boring.
This place is
There's nothing here.
Thanks.
There's nothing here.
Well, I mean, the library's in the back. They have the armory, or not the armory, but like they have, you know, research. They have medical. There's other stuff on the wall. Y'all were just looking.
Okay.
For the library. There's other stuff in the building. There's a lot of stuff in this building.
We're going for the library and only the library, and then we're leaving.
Cool.
I'll be like halfway walking to the like medical room, and I'll be like, okay, and turn around and go back to her.
He's like,
No.
I'm gonna be. No.
No.
Okay.
Bad. No.
All right. So the necromancer's back.
Bad murderer.
You haven't murdered anyone recently.
Wait.
All right.
I'm gonna walk towards the library.
So, y'all are just.
I thought we didn't identify the library.
Yeah, there was a sign.
Following the freaking sign.
Oh my god. Okay.
She followed the
You
sign.
kept saying like there was no identification for a library.
No. There
No,
wasn't
I was just
anything that
making sure.
signified like external, like hidden compartments
Okay.
of the library or anything like that. The sign was pointing towards the library. Y'all walked in.
Okay. I mean, we've
We're
already checked for
nefarious,
stuff,
so I assume that everyone else is also.
Wolf is looking around like this is the most uncomfortable she has ever been. Ever in a location. Like, are they really just... Nothing. There's nothing. Oh,
Hey.
Guardians of the Veil are weird.
So you want to go and like do whatever you want. It's okay. You don't have to
What?
stay here if you're uncomfortable.
No, it's just...
Talking to Wolf.
This is weird. This is not... This can't be all that's here, man.
It's weird.
Oh. If there's nothing, there's nothing. It's really that.
Weird. I don't like
it's
it.
too
I don't
good.
trust.
Ender's like, well, now in my luck, I stumble across the shotguns that are aimed at doors or something. I don't know. So, y'all continue on your way. There's another sign that says turn left. It is a surprisingly large structure.
Uh-huh.
So you're gonna be able to get us out after that wimpy spell you casted?
Hey, look, I was just trying to get through the door. Okay, and I managed to get through the door, and that's really all that matters. So y'all head down this secondary hallway and roll me your wits composure, everybody.
I don't wanna.
I mean, you can just decide not to look or use your eyeballs or have any of your senses work, I guess.
3 successes.
3, good.
Trace.
Trace. So we have 3 and 3. So You hear the sound of footsteps coming down the hall towards the right, which is the direction of the library. You also happen to hear Ender pull out the sawed-off that he has in his jacket, and Wolf take out a knife and just do this number, like, almost stab somebody. Also, Wolf likes, like,
Do I
bolts
see
up
anything?
real quick. You don't see anything, you're hearing these footsteps. Like, someone is walking towards y'all from
Cool.
a side hall.
Readying the rubber band tasers.
Rubber band tasers are readied.
I will pull out my rapier.
Also, I'm definitely jacked into their magic current.
I mean, you can see it. You're not, like, able to immediately recognize... They're not frequencies. Anyway... You can see that it is a magic person coming around the corner, though. I mean, there's a lot of magic in the walls and stuff, because it seems like that's how they're running power to the whole facility. It's through magic.
Mhm.
But you still can see, like, the light magical aura of someone coming around the corner.
Yeah, I know. I'm using the magic they're using as electricity.
Oh.
The tase.
That's dope.
Oh! Oh, you're gonna arc it out of the wall into your rubber band.
Yes.
You don't want to be
Yes.
holding that rubber band, by the way.
Oh,
That
no.
will arc to you.
No, I'm just letting you know.
That's what you're prepping for. Okay, would you
Yes.
like to
Well, that's what
cast a
they
spell
need to
make
prep
your rubber
for.
bands conductive? Also, never mind. Most
Never
of these
mind.
steps are unnecessary, but that's okay.
Tree.
Oh my gosh, just getting 3 for everything. Yep, your rubber bands are now conductive to electricity.
Because I keep getting like this, like, I don't know why, but like it's always like my bottom right dice just is a 10, like just forever.
Ender looks over at Grinlock and he's like, "Hey, you want to try something with your little pointy stick there?
What do you want me to try with my pointy stick?
If I made it to where you could stab that person from here." Huh?
Am I witnessing her with the electricity?
You recognize the spells that she's using, because it's an audible spell.
Oh, okay.
So you recognize that she's altering the conductivity of her rubber bands and getting.
Okay, I'm gonna like pull my rapier close to me and say, I refuse. Not going on that trip.
All right, I guess that makes sense. Fine. Wolf, you look over at Wolf, and Wolf is bulked up to like twice normal muscle mass, and she has that knife, and you're like, I would not want to run into her in an alleyway, mostly because she looks freakish. Like, the human body was not meant to put on that much muscle. Sorry, not twice, like 3 to 4 times the normal size of human being.
So she's hulked
Like,
out.
Yeah,
She's hulked
I was
out.
looking like number 1 from the Academy or whatever, Heroes Academy.
She's hulked out. Her eyes are still yellow. Her ears have gotten longer, and her nose is kind of like pushed out like a snout almost. 15 feet. 10 feet. 5 feet. And then you see the person coming around the corner.
Pew!
Okay, you're
Pew,
gonna
pew.
shoot your rubber band guns at this person, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, Grinlock tries his best not to get shocked to death.
I pulled my rapier back to me.
Okay, yeah,
So I didn't.
I know. You're making yourself not a lightning rod. You're like, nope. Okay, 2. So you fire rubber band 1 off and rubber band 2 off, and they go vaguely in the direction of the person, which is really all you're trying to do. Like hyper-conductive rubber bands. Okay, what are you doing now?
Is pain a modifier?
No, this is also not for damage, by the way. Electrical arcing currents have automatic damage. You don't roll for damage. It just does damage. It's terrifying.
It is a grimoire.
4.
Okay.
I'm gonna go get coffee. This will be done by the time I get back.
You arc the current out of the wall, through the wall, into this person that came around the corner who just looks at you surprised because they just got pelted with rubber bands. And it arcs through the air, hits rubber band 1, arcs off to rubber band 2, and then arcs directly into the chest of the person. And, like, they start convulsing and, like, moving around on the ground. But it looks like those compulsions might not be from a person who is currently, at the very least, conscious. But they're, like, really severe burns on, like, the neck where the lightning bolt came in, and the hip where the lightning bolt came out of their body. But they are definitely unconscious at the very least. Still convulsing, because that's a lot of electricity.
Cool. Let's keep on moving on. I want to leave.
Who died?
Get the library.
She might not be dead. It's a possibility. She could be, well, not fine, but alive. Maybe. I need you to roll me 3 dice.
Me?
No, the one who just possibly murdered a human being. It's like no attempt to talk to them or anything. Just
They're not where they're supposed to be fair.
they're exactly where they're supposed to be. You're not where you're supposed to be. This is a breaking and entering situation.
Well, she noticed that they had magical abilities.
Cool.
Saved her soon
You
they're a
feel
mage.
bad about what you did. You feel bad about possibly murdering a human being.
It's nothing to be
Well,
ashamed
they
of.
shouldn't surprise people like that, and then they won't get
You
tasted.
shouldn't surprise people like that. I mean, we weren't surprised. We were all prepared.
It's the 5 P's. Proper preparation prevents piss performance.
Piss poor.
Exactly. They
performance.
should be piss poor. Yeah. They should be better prepared and maybe not have labels on literally everything.
All right, can we please hurry on up with this and then get the
That's what
hell
I've
out
been
of here?
trying to do.
Yeah, he just starts like taking off. He's one of those state the obvious people. Everybody's trying to shuffle along a little bit quicker, and he's just like takes off at a nice even British jog.
A brisk trot.
If you will. What jog on? That's not the same. That doesn't mean the same thing.
That's
Anyway.
not.
So y'all see the doors, and it opens up to a relatively small library in comparison to the size of the huge medical facility that makes up this entire sanctum.
Let's start filtering.
It's not that much. It's like maybe 2 or 3 bookcases is really all it is.
Yeah, that's fine. Open a
Okay,
portal.
chop chop. Let's go.
So Ender
Are
takes his
there
time.
like any? Do I see any like weird? Like,
There
are they
is
like
a lot of
protected at
magic
all?
in this room. There's so much magic that it's becoming hard to tell what spells are what at this point. He successfully opens a portal that opens into y'all's sanctum, and he just starts throwing books. Just tossing them. They're landing in the armory, so hopefully somebody will know what to do with them.
I'm gonna do the scan the room thing again and see if there's anything else in that room that I should be messing with.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna start helping with the tossing of the book. 2 successes out of 9 dice.
There is, in fact, a secret compartment behind one of the bookcases, and it doesn't seem to have any discernible door to it. Like, there isn't a safe, it's just a nook behind the wall.
What's the wall made out of? Concrete?
It seems to be mostly gypsum, because it's
What is gypsum?
the
Drywall. Drywall.
Oh, can I just turn it into sand and grab the object? Okay.
4 successes. Cool. You turn the outer portions of the compartment into sand, and you look inside, and inside is a very small pocket watch.
I'm gonna put it back in the safe and then throw it through the portal.
You're gonna just toss that through the portal too?
Yeah, if it's in the safe, it's gonna be safe.
Okay, cool. So you
Yep,
throw that
that's
through
the
the
portal.
portal. And they start unloading stuff. And then y'all are like maybe the last 4 or 5 books. And Ender is starting to look like he's losing focus on the spell, or something is going on. What would you like to do? Ender looks like he's having trouble concentrating on his portal.
Can you hold it, or should we go?
Still
throwing in the last of the books.
We can get the last of the books. I can open a portal somewhere else, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it into the Sanctum. Sanctum takes a lot of concentration. Someone is trying real hard to counter whatever we're doing. So we're going to need to make an exit. Does anybody here feel particularly comfortable making sure that we have oxygen for the next 10, 15 minutes? Can you just pull a bunch of oxygen with you?
I think I can. I don't know.
Alright. You can. That's not one of your rotes.
Yeah.
Alright. It'd be...
I'm gonna do that with a
matter-
willpower. 10 dice, 1 success.
to pull enough oxygen for all of you, maybe 30 minutes. But for you, that's not near as much as you were hoping for, but it is what you got.
Yeah.
Ender looks at you and
Well, he did say 10 minutes.
Ender looks at all you and he's like, this is going to be a little strange. Hold on. To me, preferably. Also, Voltron, can you perhaps make gravity a little bit stronger?
Yeah.
Wait till we're through, and then try and make gravity a little bit stronger. It might be a little bit less disorienting. Anyway, here we go! And he... Most of the time, whenever he opens portals, it seems like it's almost an art. It's very flowy. But this one, he just rips open. Yeah, he tears it open. And it's big enough for all y'all to get in. And he's like, hurry now, everybody go, let's go now. Bring the oxygen with you.
Bring the oxygen with us.
Alright. So, and before you think about it, no, you can't black hole someone, okay? You're not that powerful.
That would be a little ridiculous.
Yeah, you can make someone feel like they're 200, 300 pounds whenever they're only about 150, but you can't black hole someone yet.
1.
1 success. Cool. Everybody feels 50, 60 pounds heavier until you jump through the portal. Whenever you jump through the portal, you feel about 20, 25 pounds is about how much you feel like you are. You come out on the other side, and it's very barren, sort of wasteland that you're on. There's lots of divots, and there's very fine
Are we on the moon?
dust below your feet. Yes, you're on the moon. He jumped y'all to the moon. And as soon as he goes through, he closes the portal and he goes, well, I guess I answered my own question by taking a deep breath before I said that, but I'm guessing it's safe to breathe. As y'all look back at the planet Earth.
It's not that blue.
No, we're kind of really close to it. I'm really glad I had this opportunity. I've been practicing this for a really long time. I've gotten real good at figuring out exactly where it is. The problem is trying to make the portal to where it doesn't suck all the oxygen out of the room you're currently in. Which, that happened a few times.
Can you get us back?
Oh yeah, I can get us back to the Sanctum.
Let's go back.
You're not comfortable?
I pick up a rock as a souvenir.
You, like, lean over.
Something to take to
I'm
my
like
room.
already like putting rocks like in my pockets. Like
Taking moon rocks home. Wolf is just like,
this is unnatural.
You've been practicing going to the moon? Why? And he's like, for this exact reason. If you need to make a getaway and you want someone to not be able to track you, and they're trying to track you magically, they're going to try and jump where you're going, and they're going to end up on the moon. It's bloody brilliant. What are they going to do? Expect it to be the moon? No, they don't expect it to be the moon.
Honestly, when you said bring oxygen, I thought we were gonna be like in the ocean.
I thought
Or
about
like
that. I've been trying to memorize like a coordinate in the Marianas Trench. Problem is, if you go through, it crushes you to death. So that doesn't work. Water pressure. It's really upsetting. The moon I couldn't do without you guys, and I just wanted to make sure I brought you. Hey, you know,
Open the portal!
He opens a portal back to the sanctum. And everybody hops through, and y'all are back at the sanctum. Now there's a bunch of books in the armory, and y'all are all in the armory.
I'm gonna, like, walk fiendishly to my room, laughing that I now have this moon rock. Because what I'm going to do with it, out of character, is I'm going to turn it into, like, a replica of Wolf's Cave, but moon rocky, and call it better.
Call it better. Moonrock Cave.
But that's for a later time. That's
Okay.
why I'm laughing.
I may or may not have killed somebody. Good night.
So y'all are all just like dozing off. You're going to your closet or your home.
Don't let the electricity arcs bite.
Ender looks around and goes, "Does anybody see Lancer?"
I told him he could come, and he didn't. Whatever he's doing, he's probably busy.
Well, I'm gonna check upstairs for him, see if anything's going on.
Good night.
All right, so you go back to your room. Voltron goes off to her car. I need Grimlock to roll me wits composure. There we go. I was like wits perception. Nope, wrong game.
One success!
One
Because I can't roll
success.
high.
You hear, "Holy shit!" Loud British dude.
Is it worth my time? I go back to feeding my animals.
You go back to feeding your animals.
Yeah.
Okay. You hear very clearly and very precisely inside of your mind, "I need you back at the sanctum now. Something happened to Lancer. I need you back in now."
I walk back into the freaking building because I didn't even freaking. Also, I hate when you do that. I don't like it. It's uncomfortable and it makes my brain itch.
It doesn't matter. Whatever means are necessary right now.
I go inside and I go up fucking stairs apparently, because that's yeah. Because sleep is for the weak and.
All right. So
Apparently, people who
Actually-
don't have jobs to go to in the
you don't have a
morning that
job?
require.
Your garage isn't open for business. Are you kidding me? It's in the middle of nowhere. It's your sanctum.
Well, to be fair, you can see the reservation from her place.
Okay. So you come upstairs and it's Ender and Wolf, and they're looking over a lot of blood and Lancer. And Wolf is whispering in high speech, and you've never heard her do this spell before, but Lancer looks like he's in a lot of pain, but he's not moving. Ender looks over and he goes, "Oh, Voltron, thank God you're here. We have him in basically temporal stasis. We don't know if we can fix this. It's well, I'm gonna be frank. It looks like his heart has exploded inside of his chest. There's burn marks right here on his neck.
I didn't
shoulder,
do it.
and it comes out his hip. Exactly the same way that you hit the person in the hallway. I'm not saying it's you. I'm saying someone is sending a message, and I don't know if Lancer could possibly make it out of this right now. We have him in stasis, but she can only keep him there for a few minutes."
Where the hell is Grimlock?
"I should probably go to him. He's the one who knows about murder." And he runs off. You hear Grinlock, you hear someone's well-manicured shoes coming down the hallway. You know exactly who it is before it ever gets to you. And he
just
doesn't,
like waiting for that knock on the door, like
he doesn't even knock. He doesn't even knock. He just twists the knob and shoves forward. Whether you're there or not, he's coming in.
can I help you?
Lancer might be dead. He's currently held in stasis.
He's dead. What do you want me to? Oh, and then I hear stasis, and I go up. You're like, oh, he's dead. Okay, what do you want me to do?
You're the one
oh,
who
he's
can
in
tell-
stasis.
You're the one who can tell exactly how people died.
I'm already running up.
He's like chasing after you. He's like, look, I know you. I know you could tell us what's gonna happen. If he dies, you'll be able to tell us exactly how it happened.
Is there anything I could do to like I don't know. I couldn't move like organs and stuff to create something. Like, could I?
That would be life. Your death.
All right.
Death is different.
And there's no way I can just,
Make the forces that have already affected his body no longer affect his body. I mean, you could. It wouldn't help.
Yeah.
Wolf.
I'm gonna do
Wolf is sweating.
a very quick forensic gaze on him.
3. So it's incredibly similar, not to someone who was in an electrical accident, but more a lightning bolt hit this person, like a strike of lightning from a cloud specifically.
Okay.
hold on, can I counter spell?
That's already happened. You could counter the spell holding him in stasis. You could
Oh,
counter the spell if you had been there, but from the way that it is a lightning strike while he was inside of a building that should be hardened against magic attacks. This is definitely done by a mage. This is definitely done by somebody who's way outside of your, or maybe not way outside of your skill zone since there are 4 of you, but it's up there. Lancer is not long for this world. And also, that's all the time we have for this episode. Please tune in next time where we find out if Lancer ever stops being Schrodinger's mage. Yeah.
Bye.
You gonna say bye? You gonna say bye? You gonna say bye? Oh, you got the slow wave. Okay, bye.
Bye.